Drifting along with the tumbling tumbleweed. Hey, it's good to see you. Come on in. We got a fun soap today.
We do. We have a soap from MacDuffs Soap Company.
It's a beautiful morning with the Barbershop Duet.
Hi, I'm Marcus Klinger with Klinger Vocal Studio.
I'm Sarah Vincent with Sarah Vincent Virtual Pilates.
But on Wednesdays and Saturdays,
we are the Barbershop Duet.
Hey, we're so glad you're here.
We are.
Come on in. Your
Thanks for
chair's
coming.
waiting for you. Have a seat. So, for our mention today, we wanted to talk about our friend Thirsty Badger. Because not only is he normally here in our lives on Saturday and Wednesday,
so
but
lucky.
he has one of the most visited websites in the wet shaving world at our house because he has compiled the master list of cologne homages.
Yes.
Yo, it's a giant part of the shaving world is recreating those beautiful scents that we love or that we wore long ago that we thought were gone forever. Nope, not anymore.
No.
And y'all, I was shocked my first trip over to look at that database that he's put together because I thought,
good chunk.
you know, what did I wear that once? Obsession for Men. There can't be a cologne.
Oh, but you
What?
wait.
There's like 12. Whoa. And they're all there. And it's cool because not all the time do the artisans list that it's an homage.
Right.
So sometimes they just kind of shroud that a little
wink,
secrecy.
nudge,
so
nudge,
this
yeah.
way you can go and see if the cologne that you suspect smells like CK1, smells like CK1.
And if you know there's a scent that you like, but you want it in a shave soap, it's a great source to find one that you could go use. So.
And
Recently,
his wife makes some of the most beautiful and coveted shave bowls in the wet shaving world. So go to his website. He's also got some 3D printed cool stuff over there. So
Or t-shirts.
check it. T-shirts. They're pretty cool. So his name is Jared. And but you know, he goes
call
by
him
Thirsty
Thirsty.
Badger. And so thank you so much for being one of our friends and one of our viewers and for making such awesome stuff and for sending us this shirt, and Sarah has one too.
Yeah.
So anyway, that's our mention today, but thank you so much. Head over there to thirstybadger.ca and check out what he's got
he's
going
off
on.
in Canada, so kind of fun.
And what's our soap today?
Our soap today is long awaited. We had some other MacDuffs we had to sneak in for the holiday
more
season.
Seasonal, more summery, you know, the cabin, haunted
So now we're
cabin. You
getting
can't do
back
that
to
in
the-
November. You got to do haunted cabin for Halloween, right?
So now we're getting back to the classics from MacDuffs here.
And yo, I am a sucker for the tobacco scents, right? My dad's first boss, one of his best friends, was a pipe smoker, and you know, my grandpa smoked cherry tobacco. So it's a beautiful nostalgic scent for me. And so when I saw trail tobacco, I'm like, yeah, I gotta buy this.
Please.
Yeah. So I'm excited.
Yeah, let's meet the
soap. I've made it a rule to never smoke more than one cigar at a time. Mark Twain.
I'm sure that's what he sounds like.
The enjoyment, nothing like what he sounds like. The enjoyment of pipe tobacco is much like wet shaving. Both hobbies place an emphasis on the experience in that there's a ritual component surrounding the product, going far beyond their practical use. The start of this ritual is savoring of the smell of raw tobacco, carefully examining the nuances, much like enjoying the scent of a soap off the puck.
Then there is the removal of yourself from the troubles of the day. Taking your time, relaxing, often reflecting, a full appreciation of the experience. Finally, both hobbies have strong online presences, sharing reviews, useful tips, and of course, a sense of community. Well, okay.
Right.
There we go.
I don't think there's a risk of us starting a cigar show.
Yeah, I think you're good.
But I know they're out there. In fact, there's like a cigar aficionado magazine.
Right,
It's
like even just how to go into a cigar shop and what to do. And
bananas. I doubt it's possible to match the complexity and authenticity of an actual tobacco blend. Well, first of all, MacDuffs, don't tell yourself what you can't do, because we have smelled miracles come out of you. There is no maple essential oil. But if you smell autumn cabin, anyway, that's a whole nother story. I doubt it's possible to match the complexity and authenticity of an actual tobacco blend, but as my most continually reformulated scent, I will keep striving all the same. He keeps going back to the painting, y'all.
Well, okay.
He keeps making it a little better
I
every
know.
time.
It's our first time getting a whiff of the painting, but let's
I'm so excited. Let's open this box. Right, so this box had a couple of others in it that we bought. So.
No peeking. Let me make sure I got the right one. Oh, I forgot he does the side stickers
Look at
too.
the label,
Look at-
y'all.
And
wow.
then, oh,
trail
That
tobacco.
paints a picture.
I love it. And I love it as the word trail in it because Sean is very much about being
outdoorsy
outdoors and
and
running, jumping, and climbing trees.
Like, it just paints the picture of even the wood in the picture. Like,
Right,
I'm
it
curious
keeps it
what
in
else
that
we're going to
spirit.
get.
This is not a pipe in like a library. This is a trail tobacco.
Right?
Y'all. I'm excited. Speaking of libraries, we got that one coming too.
We
but
do.
This was an outside trail tobacco, and I'm excited. Let's have a first impression. It's just tobacco. It's just a warm, beautiful earthiness that I can't get over. I don't know how many of you have been lucky enough to go into like a true tobacconist shop where like half of the store is actually a walk-in humidor. But when you walk in the door, you're just hit with this otherworldly, comforting scent. And then when you go into the humidor, it gets almost too much to handle. But it's like, you just let it wash over you, like feeling the ocean pick you up. It's like, no, I don't care. Take me away. This scent is just extraordinary. And I do like smoking cigars once every few years, like for a super special occasion.
Right.
But for some reason, even though it's a lovely experience, the beauty of the smell of the raw tobacco is never outdone once you light it.
Interesting.
I do like the smell of an unsmoked tobacco.
Well,
so
let's hope that's what's in here.
Let me see your eyes when you open
You think?
this thing. Yes,
Okay.
I'm
We've done a
excited.
few that have a little bit of a hint of a tobacco, but I'm curious if
But
this is
our
more like
first, like
based...
maybe tobacco forward.
Right.
I
Well, at
think.
least we think.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's her instantly contented whiff, y'all. If you are not familiar, the instantly contented whiff.
It is. Well, now that we've done a few from Sean, I can
Yes.
tell that this is a Sean version of a tobacco. Like, there's something that's really fresh about it.
Ooh.
So the other tobacco stuff we've done have been a little bit darker.
Yeah.
Somehow this seems like it's a little bit brighter. I don't know if it's because you're outdoor on the trails instead of like in the tobacco den going on.
Right.
But
And what I
if
love
that makes sense.
about the MacDuff soap so far is inside of each one, there's a tiny bit of something that I just want to go, a tiny bit of a gourmand.
You may notice that
somewhere.
in this.
Yeah? Okay.
But
I'm
I think
excited.
it's just something common that's out of what Sean, the way he does his scent work. Like, there is something that's so real and alive about it.
We don't like our favorite artists, y'all, because they draw things that look like photographs. Get out of town. We like them because they like to take reality and make it their own.
Exactly. Okay, so
Here we
you
go.
haven't even smelled it yet. See what you think.
Oh, wow.
I mean, you know tobacco more than I do to like know what that is.
Yeah, but it's not the main thing in it. And I'm very happy to report that it's not like a smoked tobacco for me. It is the leaf.
Yeah.
It's the leaf.
Fresh
and then
about it.
I am so happy about this. This is balanced by something I want to remember, by something that's a little gourmandy.
Yes, I don't know what that is. And there is a woodsiness to it.
Wow.
Like, you're clearly outside, but I don't know how it's like, you know, like when you make breakfast on the campfire outside?
Yeah,
There's
yeah,
something
yeah,
about
yeah.
knowing you're outside.
Right. And that little bit of smoke off that wood and just, whoa. And you know what? I am reminded, we did do tobacco from the Razor Company. And it is a beautiful vanilla tobacco
It's
scent.
more that darker,
There's
warmer.
no vanilla in this, y'all. That is not the direction that the gourmand goes.
No, right.
Not at all. For me,
No.
it goes to a little bit more of like a chestnut or something like that.
It's the similar color somehow. But it's very... It like warms your soul. I don't know if that makes sense.
I'm super happy to report this is a big old tobacco leaf. You guys, this is the cigar as it is in my hands.
I
That's
feel like
what it
it's
is.
like somehow it's still wet.
Those of you who have had a cigar, you know the smell when the plastic first comes off and it's just like 85% cigar, a tiny bit of just the wrapper and the band. And those things are all in there. Those are all in here, you guys. Those are all in here. And then a little bit of like chestnut or almond or something like alongside of it that's in the like the foresty trail, like a trail mix. Like a trail mix is
trail
kind
tobacco.
of in here. Hold on.
But there's something about the leaves like being wet to me.
Right.
Like there's like dew of the morning, or there's something outdoorsy about it.
And y'all, the way that tobacco is beautifully sweet, this is beautifully sweet. So not overly candy, artificial, sugary sweet, but super nature sweet.
Right.
Oh, I love
But it's
this.
like a savory sweet, like almost like a peanut butter type of sweet.
Right.
It's just enough to be like, oh, this is real, but not like
Yeah, and it's not like the tobacco in front with an orchestra somewhere back there. No.
It's
this is
throughout.
a cast of characters, you guys. And you know what? I'm not wasting any more time because this is too cool. I need to know what's in this.
Read these, kids?
Whoa!
Yeah. I mean,
Ooh,
okay.
yeah.
There's a lot happening. Okay, hold on.
Okay, let's start at the beginning. Go ahead.
Cured tobacco
And
leaf.
that's what I meant by
That's
smelling
different.
it in the wrapper. Y'all, that the smell of the cigar in the wrapper is what this smells like. And I am therefore
Okay, second one
this.
was not expecting this, but it's
Nope.
the brightness I was getting. Lemon.
Yes. And y'all, just a hint of a tree. I grew up with a
Yeah.
lemon tree outside my kitchen window, so I know what it smelled like. Just a hint of that lemon tree, the
I'm
leaf and
with
the
you.
flower.
Yeah.
Perfect. Perfect. It doesn't hit you like a lemon. It just
Okay,
hits you with that beautiful
this next
citrus.
one, my goodness, spiced plum.
I'm sending Sean a muffin basket.
My
because
goodness.
this is just gorgeous. Now think about that dark tobacco-y wrapper smell and add a little bit of spiced plum. Are you kidding me? Gives a little bit of a
That's the
Christmassy
sweet
fall
that we
feel.
were like, could have
Yeah,
placed.
or the trail. Maybe a trail mix has a little plum in it somehow.
Yeah.
Oh,
Or like dried
wow.
raisins. It's more like, in a trail mix.
Oh,
You'd have that.
Yes.
Roasted coffee, everyone. That's the one dark thing. That's the
Yes!
one thing.
It's the coffee grounds of a beautiful
But they're
coffee.
like wet coffee grounds,
Yes.
like a pour over.
Yeah, absolutely. And then coupled with butterscotch.
That's
This is
the other
magic.
sweet.
That's what I meant.
Yeah.
There was just always
You
something
said
in
slightly
these
gourmandy. You were not
MacDuffs
wrong.
that you just want to just savor, and it just makes your mouth water. And I love that he combines scents that aren't necessarily like gourmands with gourmands.
But it paints the
so it makes you
picture.
just right.
Get you to the right place, but
Then
somehow
you're like,
you know
why
it's
do
real.
I want to put tobacco in my mouth and eat it? Right? That is weird.
Okay, sandalwood.
Sandalwood
I mean, woods are in the picture on
and
front, so I kind of hoped.
cedarwood.
Oh, look
And then
at the
these
next
last
one.
three, y'all, these last three are what ground it in its elegance and its nighttimeness. What do we
Right?
got?
Chocolate.
Yeah. Wait, smell for the chocolate.
Wow, that is. But I didn't know that's what I was getting.
100% of a dark chocolate in this. Absolutely beautiful. This is not like a Cadbury cream egg. This
No,
is
no,
a
no,
dark,
no.
a beautiful
It's like
dark
the real
chocolate.
dark. Yeah, cognac.
Little boozy. Little boozy!
Just a
boozy.
little, which it's fitting. But I like the coffee with that concept.
I just get, you know how when you smell something boozy, you get like a little tiny bit of light booze on the top and then it just drops and you
Right.
get all the booziness. This stays on the light part.
Right, and
it doesn't leave it.
No, but the added coffee to it, somehow those two together are a nice pull.
Right.
And then vanilla, which is a little sweet. I think
Your
I knew I got that.
oldest friend.
Yeah, it just
right?
combines
Your
it all together.
oldest smell friend, vanilla, is just there for you underneath everything.
Okay, do you want to work on a lather?
Yep,
and
yep,
I'll read
yep.
this next part that we avoided because we didn't want to
This
ruin
is
anything.
our both from Jason and Crystal at the
That's
Razor
it,
Company.
that's it.
And y'all, I think I'm going to say something. I'm going to make a proclamation. I don't make proclamations very often on this show. MacDuffs is the softest soap we have.
Right.
Beautifully so. And it helps it construct one of the most beautiful and useful lathers that you will find in your cabinet. However, if you are a tub latherer, Sean
Right.
might invite you to try something a little bit, thank you, my love, might invite you to try something a little bit different because you might overload your
Right.
brush if you take it into this incredibly soft tub. So you might just want to break out that one shaving bowl. And if you don't have one, these are from the Razor Company. They're 3D
Where
printed.
you can also get McDuffs.
Yeah, and you can get McDuffs, yeah.
Okay, so this is the other half I was trying to wait to read because I didn't want to get us in trouble here.
Okay.
Many tobacco scents treat the tobacco as a supporting character in a larger theme, and this is done with great success.
Yeah.
My approach here, however, is to treat the tobacco itself as the whole, mimicking the rich, multifaceted nuances of cured tobacco blends I buy from the tobacconist. Depending on the blend, sometimes I can put up notes of coffee or vanilla, chocolate or plum, mild citrus, or even a hint of butterscotch. As such, I use these notes as the basis of my most recent version of Trail Tobacco, 2021. I wonder if that must be what we have.
Yeah.
Including the addition of Tobacco Absolute, guaiac wood, Buddha wood, cypriol, sandalwood, Absolute, and a slight hint of chocolate. Wowie zowie.
Wow, I doubt it's possible to match the complexity and authenticity of an actual tobacco blend, but as my most continually reformulated scent, I will keep striving all the same.
Wow, I don't know what he could do to make this better or different, but my
Wow.
goodness,
And
I
you know
won't
what?
stop him.
It's funny that I kind of saw the tobacco as part of an ensemble, and
Right.
he puts it really forward. But I think that speaks to how beautiful that center note is, because
Right.
the more I smell it, the more it really center, and the others are dancing around
it's
it.
It's kind of like the main character, and everything else like revolves, and it brings out different parts of it. And even in the lather, you get a little bit more of tobacco being more of a constant.
Right. And I love that this is the first time that they've captured that smell of an actual holding a cigar in my hand.
Right.
Smell. Because I would think that'd be really hard. And you know where else I smell that smell? My dad had a memory drawer, and for a long time, he kept this cigar that said, "It's a girl," that he gave out when my sister was born.
Wow, yeah.
And when you're little and you're pawing through your dad's memory drawer, you smell the different things, right? And this is what that cigar smelled like. And he kept certs in there, and I can kind of even smell the certs.
Wow, it's just a little time warp.
It's just so amazing. If you knew someone who smoked cigars or who loved tobacco, this will bring back lovely memories of them. Oh, I'm so charmed by this. And you know what?
It's time to go a little deeper.
I think we need to light a couple cigars and go a little deeper. Not a dark tobacco.
No, and I didn't grow up with a bunch of tobacco around me, but I really do like how this comes together.
Right. Your grandma smoked, but that was cigarettes.
No.
And not when you were alive, right?
No, not when I was alive. But even so, like, I mean, obviously I've seen people with cigars and been around it a little bit, but there is something about this that's almost like the before. Like you're prepping for that, you know, like how he was saying to pull back, you know, it just has, or like for me, like when I want to sit and enjoy my cup of coffee, there is something about that smell that really does ground you.
Yeah. It's cured tobacco, not smoked. Mm-hmm. So generally you get a little bit of smoke with the tobacco, but not here. No. It's still in its raw form and its cured form.
It is.
And I love that Sean clearly has a love of tobacco and of cigars and things
wants
like that.
To bring it out.
This is sort of bringing together maybe two of his hobbies, right?
Wet shaving and
it's so cool when that happens. Like, and he's a musician too. Sometimes the musicians that combine their talent for music into the soap making.
Well, that kind of reminds me actually of you helping with Joel Shave. It was like your theater world and the wet shaving world combined.
My friend Joel is starring in Guys and Dolls in San Francisco coming up, and they made him shave. Usually wears a full beard, so we took a bunch of our supplies over there and hooked him up, and that was super fun. If any of your friends, by the way, and I was thinking, like, what kept me from wet shaving for all those years? I just didn't have a buddy to be like, it's not scary.
You should just try
Let me show you. Yeah. Right? And that's what I love. It's just like a couple of just guys in the bathroom. Just
figuring it out.
Figuring out what guys do.
Cheering each other on.
We probably should have done when we were 14, but we didn't.
But no one was there to do it, so now we're here.
So yeah, if you have some friends that are thinking about it, don't just throw a Merkur at them. Just go over there and show them how to do it.
Maybe you have a friend that enjoys tobacco and would want this.
Like I remember my hands shaking at first with my Henson when I was first. Yeah, just do it together.
But I feel like having these fun scents in wet shaving really does connect to having that.
And this is what drew him in. He smelled a couple of the soaps and he was like,
"What is this?"
Okay, I want to try that. Right. They put so much love into these scents that you make dudes want to take hot knives to their face just so they can experience them.
Right?
Oh, I totally get it.
Okay, so clearly this is meant to be more masculine.
Yeah.
Which is fine. We knew reading the title. It probably would be in that category. Right. But I do have to say, as a female smelling it, that little hint of like the gourmandy sweeter sides, they really dance off of that leaf very well. I'm not thrown by it at all.
No, not at all. And there is something very old Hollywood sexy about a woman lighting a cigar.
Right?
I don't know what it is, but in those old movies when she's in a cocktail dress and her hair's coming out of its tangle bit, it's late at night, and she lights up a cigar and picks up a whiskey. That's sexy, y'all.
So there
it just is. So that has this in it too. Absolutely.
You know, like, because just with the candied, the spiced plum and the little butterscotch, the cognac, like there is something of that pull against it.
Right. So it's very simple. All you have to do is gather up 10 of your closest friends and plan a heist.
Maybe
Las Vegas, maybe the Bellagio. And once you have pulled it off and they are wondering how you ever got one over on them, you just stand there in front of the fountains at the Bellagio, enjoying your moment of victory, light a cigar, and get your own! So, head over to MacDuffsSoapCompany.com to find this and a bunch of other cool stuff.
I am back from my shave with trail tobacco, and I have to admit, I had Marcus make my lather, and I forgot which one he gave me. And then as soon as I started lathering up, I immediately got the whiff of it, and I felt like I was back on the Wild West somewhere, enjoying a morning breakfast at camp, and this smell just totally took me away. So it was super fun, and the lather was wonderful. I forget how soft this soap is. It wakes up right away. And I'll definitely be back for a fun adventure hopefully soon. Welcome to Messages.
Hey, so I have a birthday coming up, and it's become the tradition on the Barbershop Duet
Yeah,
that we
gotta
get to
pick a
do
day.
whatever we want for our birthdays. I've decided it's going to be a MacDuffs kind of Christmas, ladies and gentlemen. So they are making some of the most beautiful and coveted soaps. Bad
Yes.
Santa is echoing through our message boards right now. And there are 2 new ones that he has
Yes.
come up with for the holiday season. And we got a sneak peek at the labels, y'all.
They are gorgeous.
Gorgeous, worth the price of admission. So make sure you are here in December.
Stay
Make sure
tuned.
you're subscribed, because for my birthday, it's going to be a MacDuffs kind of day.
Birthday. Mm-hmm.
I love it. I love it because I don't really smoke cigars anymore. I'm a singer. I got to be a little careful with what I put in my throat and that kind of stuff.
Yeah, but this.
if I want that experience, or if I want a biscuit, or if I want to spend a day on the beach, you just go in the bathroom, pull up your shave cabinet, and
Right?
shave, everybody. It's just, I am just still so excited about this whole shaving world,
Right?
and we're just barely getting our feet
I know,
wet.
who would have thought we'd almost be on our 100th episode, and we're still
and
this
feel
excited.
totally newbies still. Totally
Right?
newbies. There are still artisans we have barely even heard of. And we're
Right?
like, are you kidding me? Yes, we got to try
Sign
that.
us up. Well, and the fun thing is like, you know, we hear in people's shave of the days, or they post like, wow, trail tobacco. They talk about it, or they tell us to get it.
Right.
And now that we finally have, we get it.
Or even
We
our friend
totally get it.
Sean, who's so sweet. He woke
Right?
us up this morning with a message. Hey, I'm sending you a soap to review just to say thanks for being a part of the community.
Right.
Y'all,
What is
we
up
are
with
so
this?
grateful to be here and to be a part of this wet shaving family.
Right,
Thank
and
you
hopefully
so
bring
much.
new soaps to you from all of our episodes.
Yeah, we just started covering our big international soaps
Right?
last week, and the bigger the world gets, the smaller the world gets around here. This is awesome, and we actually have to go because we have 3 calls with people in the shaving world scheduled for this
That's crazy.
afternoon, just for fun. And
It's
wow, we
wonderful.
just love it here. Thank you for having us.
Don't forget your next appointment with the Barbershop Duet.
You'll smell better just watching this.